this sounds crazy. I don't know if any of you guys have ever heard of this website called Temu.com. But if you haven't, it's pretty much like an online retailer that sells name brand products for a really, really discounted price. But I just found out that they're selling musical equipment now. They're selling pedals, stands, instruments, all kinds of stuff. And it's like for super, super cheap. When I say super cheap, I mean, I saw bass pedals on there for 15 bucks, 10 bucks even. So today I wanted to see if I can build an actual usable pedal board for under $300. So let's go to the website and see if we can build us a pedal board. Wow, getting to the front page of the website, Black Friday sale starting from 39 cents. 39 cents? What? All right, my expectations are starting to go further and further down. But hey, you never know. I know people who buy stuff off of this website all the time. So let's see what we can do. All right, so the first thing we need to do to build a decent bass pedal board, we need some type of bass DI. Let's see if we can find bass DI. Okay. Oh my gosh, these are so stinking cheap. Holy smokes. This looks, I mean, all right. I mean, it's $33. Let's get it. Add to cart and let's continue shopping. All right, now the next thing I'm thinking we need is some type of compressor pedal. At least for bass, that's something I always like to get. Let's see, bass compressor pedal. I mean, okay, literally the first two are actually compressor. Okay, there's a compressor. There's a compressor. Let's see about this one right here. 16 bucks for a compressor pedal. 16 bucks. Let's add it to the cart. What is something else we need? We've got our compressor. We got our DI. Oh, you know what? We need a tuner pedal. I don't even know why I didn't start with this. Let's just type in tuner pedal and see what we come up with. Oh wow, they got a lot of these. All right, let's just go with one of these first ones. Let's do this one. 22 bucks for a tuner. That's not bad. We're at $73. We've got three pedals. So if any of you guys are interested in making a purchase on Temu, I have an exclusive code that will get you a $100 coupon bundle. And all you gotta do is check it out in the description below. Also right now, Temu is doing free shipping and returns. And if you have a late package, they'll give you a $5 credit towards it. Let's do some type of effect pedal. This is kind of fun. Let's start with the chorus pedal. Okay, this one looks kind of small. Let's just do that one. $28 for a chorus pedal. What's the controls on it? It's got depth, it's got level, and it's got rate. I mean, what else can you ask for? All right, let's get it. What about an overdrive? Let's see if I can find an overdrive pedal. Okay. Oh, they got one that's supposed to be like an orange pedal, blues driver. Let's look at this one. All right. It has bass, treble, gain, and level. Add to cart. Let's go. What about a reverb? Guitar reverb pedal. That may be kind of cool. This is a little bit more expensive, but you don't want to go cheap on your reverbs. I'm just gonna be honest. So let me see. What is this? What is the controls? It looks nicer than the other pedals. You know what? Let's get it. Let's add to cart. Let's go. Still not at $200 yet. Oh my goodness. All right, maybe we could do a pedal board. Type in pedal board. All right. Okay, let's do this. Maybe. I mean, this just looks kind of sturdy. I mean, it's $47 for a pedal board that can hold, what's that, 8 pedals? What? That's crazy. And a carrying case? All right. I'm just gonna add it. I don't even have to look at it. Let's just add it. We need some type of pedal power. Let's see, pedal power. Let's see if we can just type in. Ooh, okay. Well, these look, okay, they look all right. So let's just go with the first one. I feel like I don't have time to go through all of these. Let's go with it. Add it to cart. Let's see, like a harmonizer or something. Let's see if this, it's like a dumbler or something like that. Don't really know what it does, but it looks interesting. It's only 26 bucks. You know what? Let's get it. All right, so we have how many pedals? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pedals, a pedal board, and a power supply to power all of them. $290.04. Okay, we'll see how this goes. So the pedals just came in. I unboxed it just a second ago, and now I'm about to actually unbox each of the pedals. I know my hopes are not super high on like the quality level, but we'll see what it's like after we open them and test them out. When I got this box, I mean, these boxes were like kind of open just like this. I did not open these beforehand. I've been waiting to record this to show you guys my initial reaction, but yeah, I mean, you're paying like 10, 15 bucks for pedals. You can't really expect like incredible delivery. So yeah, this looks like a standard tuner. It's actually pretty small. It's got the 1/4 inch in and out. Clicks like a normal pedal. It's metal. Actually feels like a pretty solid tuner pedal. But we'll see that after we plug it in. All right, this is the Harmonizer pedal, and it's got like all the settings. It's got a dry setting, it's got a wet setting. It looks like you have an up, detune, and down tune setting. We'll see what all that is later. I mean, I guess it looks pretty good. Does it click? Yeah, sounds like a normal pedal. It's about the same size as the tuner. It says this is the coarse pedal. Wow, it's actually closed. Good job. The box is actually closed, and I actually have to open it. Oh, a lot of instructions. So this is the chorus pedal, mini chorus pedal. It's got the settings and everything just like the others. Now the knobs are definitely plastic. They're not like expensive, which I mean, go figure. Clicks like a normal pedal. It's metal like a normal pedal. We'll see what it sounds like. Next one, which is, oh, this is the Overdrive. All right, these boxes are a little bit better. They're closed, completely closed. Oh wow, packaging is definitely better on this. Okay, let's see. Cool, had a little sleeve on it. This is the Overdrive pedal. The knobs are really elevated. I don't know if you can see that, but the knobs are like super elevated, which is interesting. Let's see if it clicks. Yeah, sounds normal. Everything else looks pretty normal in here. You know, all these are, I think, 9 volt, so yeah. All right, now let's take a look at the next pedal. It's by the same company. It's got the same type of packaging. So this is the Compressor pedal. So yeah, this looks like the other pedal. The knobs are plastic, they're elevated. The shell is metal, just like the other ones, and then clicks normal. So should be okay. I think that's all the little pedals. Now we're getting to the bigger pedals. Let's try this. This is the Reverb pedal. It's boxed up nice. This is probably one of the more expensive pedals that we got. All right, it's got a little manual. Oh, okay. Some other little things in here. Wow, this one looks significantly nicer than the other ones. This is the Reverb. It's a metal shell. Knobs are still plastic, but they've got like a little bit of like a chrome finish, and they feel pretty normal. They're less elevated. They're like normal. It's got a couple of more plastic knobs and stuff, but we'll see what it sounds like in a little bit. Now, I think this is the last pedal, which I think is the DI, which is the biggest little box here as far as pedals go. Packaging on this one's pretty good. It comes with feet. All right. So it's pretty big. I mean, it looks like a normal pedal. I mean, the knobs, plastic, but they're not as elevated. Just they're kind of more premium, like the Reverb pedal. Let's see if it clicks. Yep, metal shell. I'm actually really surprised. I'm not even gonna lie, guys. I'm actually really surprised. I'm just gonna toss this one right here. So now that's all the pedals. That is 7 pedals. And this was like, just without the pedal board and power supply, this would have been like maybe 200 bucks, maybe. All right, so last but not least, the power supply. Wow, this power supply is so small. Look at that. That's so small. That's so thin. Oh, wow. Comes with a bunch. Man, they just took a bunch. This is like way more than this thing could actually even power. They just gave you a bunch of cables, which is nice. So I'm not even gonna lie, this definitely feels cheap. For a power supply, it's got a metal encasing shell or whatever, but dude, this feels pretty cheap. It's so light. I've never felt a power supply this light before. Okay, so now the last part of this and the biggest part of this is the pedal board and case. I mean, this case is all right. I mean, it's not like the best case I've ever seen, but for, I guess like the 20 or so bucks that I spent on it, it's not bad. All right. Okay. Definitely, it's metal, but it's like very cheap metal. I don't know how usable this is gonna be yet. It smells nice. But we'll see if it actually is functional. This is a lot of stuff for under $300. All right, so now we're gonna take each of these pedals up and we're gonna see if these pedals actually sound good and even work. I've got the pedals over here. Got my bass right here. I got a passive bass. I'm using a Fender Squier Affinity Series 4-string passive bass. Okay, let's see if this tuner works. Okay. Looks like it works. Everything looks like it's perfectly in tune. Let me see if I detune something. Okay, yeah, that works. And it's also muted, so the tuner works. It works, you know, it's muted the signal and everything. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through all of these pedals. All of them are off currently. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through all of them, one pedal at a time, and just see and hear what they sound like. And then kind of make our judgment call based off of that. So we're gonna start off with this Overdrive pedal, which is right here at the front. Okay, let me see if I can dial this in a little bit. All right, let's just make sure I'm getting audio from it. I mean, of course, it's not the best, but it does what it says it's going to do. It's an overdrive, and actually, you know, it has some frequency control, some EQ control, which is really nice. You don't normally see that always on cheaper pedals, especially ones that are like 20 bucks or less. Now, let's check out the Harmonizer. We're just going to try it and see if it's worth it. Let's see. This sounds crazy. So I guess the options are you could go up an octave, kind of like a detune, like just a normal octave, and then a down tune. Interesting. Okay, this thing sounds a little crazy. I think the thing with this particular pedal is that if you use this is more so like kind of exploratory, a little bit out there kind of sound. But I will say, you probably just have to dial it in a little bit. The only thing is there's not a lot of controls to dial it in. So just to be completely, you know, straight up, I definitely would not, I don't ever see myself using this particular pedal. This one, I don't even really feel like this one's very usable. I feel like you have to choose that one like setting. It's probably one setting that actually kind of works, but I just don't have the time to dial it in right now. So, but yeah, it's I guess it's kind of cool. All right, so now let's take a look at the chorus pedal. Okay. Turn up the level of it. So I will say this pedal sounds like a chorus. The only thing I have noticed, and I do notice a little bit, is that it's a little thin. So I don't think this pedal is necessarily made for bass. It's definitely not the best chorus I've ever played or anything like that at all. I can see how somebody could use this. I think you just learn how to get the best sound out of it and then go from there. All right, let's check out this compressor, which I do not have high hopes for this. Yikes. I will say this compressor is just exactly what I thought. It's really kind of overdoes it a bit. All right, let me try and cut it down and see if it helps improve it a little bit. Yeah, so this compressor, it sounds better whenever I cut it down, but when you start actually hearing the side of the compressor that, is actually working, it's not very good. I will say a compressor is definitely one of those type of pedals that you don't want to cut corners on. You definitely want to get something that is, if it costs more, you're going to get, what you pay for in that. This one, you're definitely getting what you pay for. It's not that great. All right, so now let's check out the Reverb. I'm actually really excited about this. And the last two pedals are probably the most expensive ones. So I'm curious if they're actually usable. So let's try this. Ooh. Look, it's got a light at the bottom here. That's cool. Sounds like a Reverb. All right, so it looks like when you mess around with this pedal, this reverb pedal, you can kind of control the time. It's like a delay as well. I think it has a delay setting where it delays. But the light here on the bottom of the pedal right here kind of shows you the rate of it. So if I were to turn my mod down, or make it faster, I could do that. Or I could make it slower. For something that's like maybe, what is it, like $70 or something like that, or $60 or something like that, this is actually decent, a decent reverb. So I will say the reverb is actually, if you dial it in, you could actually probably use this in a live setting. I wouldn't necessarily use this for a gig, but if you're, maybe if you're like playing a youth band or something at church or something like that, I can see how this could potentially be usable. Now the last pedal is going to be the DI. It's been on this whole time, so it's, kind of sending that volume, but I'm curious to see what it really sounds like. So, all right, let's just try each of these bands and see how it goes. Let's turn up the volume a little bit. All right, so it could push gain too. Is it the cleanest? No, but it does the job, okay? So now let's check out the highs. Let's boost the highs a little bit. All right, now let's check out the mids. We're gonna check out the mids, cut them up a little bit. right, now let's check out those lows. All right, so now let's check this out without the DI at all. And also, it seems like the pedal power is working fine. It has not had any issues. I literally plugged it in, plugged all the stuff in, and everything seems to be working perfect, I guess. So I will say today I am really surprised at some of these pedals. Will I use any of these to replace any of the pedals that I currently have? No, not at all. If there was a couple of pedals out of all these that I would say would be ones that I would potentially spend the money on, would be the tuner pedal. But after that, the last two pedals would definitely be the ones I would, you know, think are pretty good or actually pretty kind of usable, is the Reverb and this driver, this bass DI, which is like a super cheap bass DI that actually has functions. Because most times you can find DIs that like are this price, but they have zero functions. They don't have like gain or EQ or anything like this. And so this is really, really surprisingly usable. The only other ones I can see is maybe the chorus and the overdrive. The other two are, I don't feel like are very usable. So when it boils down to it, of course I would just spend more money and get, you know, better pedals. But as far as usability, if you are somebody who's interested in just having some pedals to just kind of have fun with, hobbyist or something like that, music enthusiast, I think this could be, you know, kind of fun for you to just check out and just, you know, spend less than $100 and get like 4 pedals and be able to just play around at home. The fact that there are pedals out here that are this cheap and they actually work is kind of nuts. I'm not even gonna lie. Y'all let me know in the comments if y'all want to see another video like this, you know, using Temu or one of these AliExpress websites or something like that. Because this was kind of a fun experiment. And so if you're interested, drop a comment below. So my thing when it comes to getting cheap pedals is that you get what you pay for, okay? There's nothing wrong with getting cheap pedals if you're just trying to experiment and try and find some really cool and wacky sounds. But when it comes to just really buying and making a pedal board that lasts a while, take that money that you're gonna spend on those cheap pedals and just save up and get 1, 2, maybe 3 really great pedals. Because then you don't have to upgrade and then you don't have to sell what you already have. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to drop a comment below and also let me know if you've ordered any kind of musical equipment from the Temu website and let me know what you think about it in the comments below as well. So if you guys want to support this channel, feel free to check out any of the affiliate links in the description below to where if you make a purchase through those links, this channel gets a kickback and can bring you more videos. Also, check out my website, travisdykesmusic.com, where I have merch and different items that you can purchase to help support this channel as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time.